Now, as the continent marks Africa Day, environmentalists are urging governments to step up their climate action. They want the continent's leaders to phase out their reliance on fossil fuels, reduce carbon emissions, and move towards renewable energy.
With the urgent need for the world to reduce global temperatures to net zero by 2050, developing countries like Africa are at a disadvantage. The move away from fossil fuels such as coal, gas and oil comes at a high price, one most simply can't afford. But the impact of climate change on the continent has been debilitating, with disadvantaged communities often left out in the lurch.
We've seen the ongoing drought in the Eastern Cape and recently the very heavy rain in KwaZulu-Natal that has caused untold misery and a catastrophic loss of life and impacts on communities and infrastructure.
In East Africa, where the battle for gas ownership rages, multinationals and banks have been put on notice.
That's why we also send a message to our leaders and other especially the fossil fuel industry, which is responsible for this crisis, that time has come to stop such kind of reckless investment, but rather we need to prioritize solutions that work for the people.
We're seeing a lot of fossil fuels company looking at Africa as the next frontier to be able to do their fossil fuel projects. And that's why we're seeing a big number of them coming to Africa and trying to do many fossil fuel projects. We're talking about the East African crude oil pipeline.
Activists have accused governments of failing to act due to their heavy dependence on foreign and private institutions.
One of them is Total Energy, the French oil giant. The second one is the African Development Bank.
Their fight as activists to compel their governments to move swiftly towards renewable energy could mean the difference between the continued pollution of the land from fossil fuel use or the move towards rehabilitating the damage that's already been done.
How they're going to be affecting Africa and Africans, and how Africans can come in and make sure that their voices are heard and that these people and these companies are put into accountability.
The UN Climate Committee has stated that for Africa to meet its carbon emissions targets, it will depend on multilateral support from developed countries, such as providing finance and the transfer of technology and capacity building. Nozindombi Mia, SABC News.